Hello everyone. Today we are discussing the remaining problems of exercise 10.2. So we are starting with problem number 9. That is, in the given figure, xy and x dash y dash are the two parallel tangents to a circle with center O and another tangent AB with point of contact C intersecting xy at A and x dash y dash at B. Prove that angle AOB is equal to 90 degree. So this is the figure given. And you can see the two tangents xy, x dash, y dash. They are touching at P and Q, that is point of contact. Then what they are saying, xy at A, you are taking a point which is like tangent to the circle at point C, which is touching xy at A and touching x dash, y dash at B. We have to prove that angle AOB, that is this angle, is 90 degree. Okay, for that what we are doing is, first we have joint OC. You can just see in the figure we have joint OC. Now we are considering this triangle and showing that these two are congruent. Which one? POA and COA. Okay, so consider triangle POA and triangle COA. So here you can see that you have PA will be equal to AC, PA will be equal to CA. Why? Length of the tangent to the common point is of same measure. Next thing is OA is equal to OA. Then one more which you will get, OP will be equal to OC because they are the radii of the same circle. These are the length of the tangents. Then here you have common thing, right? So you can say that therefore triangle POA is congruent to triangle COA. Now when we say that the remaining things, that is the corresponding parts, will be equal. So here we can say that this angle will be equal to this one, which is that one, that is PAO will be equal to CAO, and that is by CPCT. Here you can say that the reason was SSS congruency. Okay. So you got these two angles to be equal. Now what we are doing is, similarly we can just say that these two will be congruent. Similarly you will have triangle QBO will be congruent to triangle CBO, and therefore you will have angle this one equal to this one, that is angle QBO is equal to angle CBO. Okay, so what you have got here, this is your equation number 1, this is your equation number 2. Now here when you say PAO, angle PAO is equal to angle CAO, you can write therefore PAC, that is this whole, can be written as twice of this or twice of this. PAC can be written as angle 2 times of angle PAO, or it can be equal to angle CAO, right? Again from this you will get angle QBC can be written as 2 times of angle QBO, which is equal to 2 times of angle CBO, right? Now we are just taking the part which we need. Actually we have to show that this is 90 degrees. So we are taking this angle and this angle to consider this triangle. Okay, this one and this one. So we will start with angle PAC plus angle QBC. That means we are adding these two. This is equation number 3 and 4. Right? Now PAC plus QBC can be taken as, we are just taking this angle means CAO, this one, and CBO. Okay. So this is equal to 2 times of angle CAO plus angle CBO. So that is taken as common, that is 2 times can be taken out. Now here you can just see PAC and QBC you are getting, and these are angles, actually these two are angles with parallel lines and you have a transversal AB there. So you will have this angle plus this angle to be 180 degree. So the left hand side becomes 180 degree is equal to 2 times of angle CAO plus angle CBO. What is the reason? Since they are angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. The sum will be 180 degree. So this will give you angle CAO plus angle CBO is equal to 90 degree. Right? So when you consider, you have got this angle plus this angle to be 90 degree. Right? This plus this is 90, and when you consider this triangle, if these two are giving you the sum as 90, this will be 90 because the total sum should be 180. Therefore, when you consider triangle, therefore in triangle AOB, we have angle AOB plus angle CAO plus angle OBC is equal to 180 degree. That means that is your angle sum property, and these two, you have got these two sums to be 90. So you will get angle AOB plus 90 degree is equal to 180 degree, which implies angle AOB is equal to 90 degree. This is what you need to prove. Okay, clear? Question number 10 is, prove that the angle between the two tangents drawn from an external point to a circle is supplementary to the angle subtended by the line segment joining the points of contact at the center. So we have drawn a figure, a circle and two tangents from the external point P, because we need the angle between what they have said, that you have to take an external point to the circle, and the two tangents are PA and PB here. And what they have said, this angle, the angle between the two tangents means the angle between PA and PB, that is APB, is supplementary to which angle? Angle subtended to the line segment joining the points of contact at the center. At the center, this is the joining, the point of contact is this and this. So those line segments from the point of contact to the center, what is this angle? AOB. So you have to prove that angle APB plus angle AOB is equal to 180 degree. Okay, so let PA and PB be the tangents from the external point P. Then what all we know? At the point of contact, we have that PA will be to the circle with center O. Okay, so that O will also come to the circle with center O. Now we have OA is perpendicular to PA and OB is perpendicular to PB, right? Because we have a theorem that the perpendicular, that is the point of contact, the tangent and the radius will be making an angle of 90 degree. That means angle PAO is equal to 90 degree and angle PBO is also equal to 90 degree. That is the meaning. Now we will consider the quadrilateral. The quadrilateral OAPB. Okay, consider the quadrilateral OAPB, and from here we can say that all the sum of all the angles will be 360 degree. That concept we are using here. Okay, so we'll get angle APB plus angle PBO plus angle BOA plus angle OAP is equal to 360 degree. And which all angles we know? PAO, that is this one, and PBO, which is this one. So we are just replacing them with the angles 90 degree for each of them. is equal to 360 degrees. So you are getting angle APB plus angle BOA or AOB is equal to 360 minus 90 plus 90, which is 180. So that this is giving you 180 degree, right? And here left hand side you have APB plus angle AOB or BOA, same. You just see which are the two angles. APB, this one, and AOB is this one. So these two, sum of these two angles is 180, means the two angles are supplementary. Okay, therefore the two angles, angle APB and angle AOB are supplementary. Okay, clear? Next question is question number 11. Prove that the parallelogram circumscribing a circle is a rhombus. So I have taken a parallelogram in which circle is inside it. Circle is inside means that is the meaning of parallelogram circumscribing a circle. Circle will be inside. Okay, parallelogram will be outside the circle. Now what we have taken, we have to prove that this parallelogram is a rhombus. For that, first we have taken ABCD as a parallelogram with center as O of the circle, and PQRS are the point of contact of AB, BC, CD and AD respectively. Now our purpose will be to show that this side AD is equal to DC. Why? Because in a parallelogram already you have opposite sides to be equal. That means AD is equal to BC and AB is equal to DC, that you have. So if we are able to, or if we are able to show that AD is equal to DC, then our purpose is over. That means all the sides are equal and then it is a rhombus. So our main purpose will be to show that AD is equal to DC. So let's start with, let ABCD be a parallelogram circumscribing a circle with center O. Now again we are taking PQRS. So let PQRS be the points of contact of sides AB, BC, CD and DA respectively. Okay. Now what we are doing is, we are just taking this portion only. I have joined, you can just see that, joined OS, then OR and OD. Okay, join OS, OR and OD. Now why we have joined this? First of all, this D is a point, external point to the circle. So you can say that DR will be equal to DS. Okay, so length of the tangents will be equal by the theorem. So this one is equal to this one, means remaining thing which we need to show is RC is equal to AS. If you are able to show that RC is equal to AS, then AD will be equal to DC and our purpose is over. Okay, for that, this thing is clear. Since D is an external point to the circle, what you will get, DR will be equal to DS. Okay, length of the tangents will be equal. From the same external point. So this one is clear. This we are just taking as equation number 1. Next equation we have to get. Actually what we need to get is, we need to get RC is equal to AS. For that, what we are doing is, we are taking this triangle and showing that these two triangles are congruent. Okay, so congruency will give you the remaining corresponding sides are equal and then we can just complete the process. So first we are just considering triangle OSA and triangle ORC. Okay, now these two you have to show that they are congruent. So what all concepts we have to show that they are congruent? You have OS is equal to OR. Go to the figure. OS is equal to OR. Why? Because they are the radii of the same circle. Right? Now for the second one, another thing, what you have, OA will be equal to OC. OA equal to OC. Why? Because O is the midpoint of AC. It is a parallelogram, no? So O is the midpoint of AC and you will get OA equal to OC. Now one more thing which you have is, this will be perpendicular, right? At the point of contact, the radius and the tangents are at right angles. So you will have angle OSA is equal to angle ORC, each 90 degrees. So by RHS congruency, we have the two triangles to be congruent. Which two triangles? OSA is congruent to triangle ORC. So from this we can say that the remaining sides will be equal, or remaining parts will be equal. That is, you will get RC is equal to, or what is that side? Okay, RC is equal to AS by CP CT. Okay. So this is equation number 2. First you got dr is equal to ds. Now you have RC equal to AS. We are just adding the two equations. Okay, adding 1 and 2. What we will get? dr plus RC is equal to ds plus AS. That is, dr plus RC is DC and ds plus AS is AD. So DC equal to AD you have proven. And remaining things you already have, since ABCD is a parallelogram. AB is equal to DC and AD is equal to BC, right? So altogether you have all the concepts, so that you can say that therefore AB equal to BC equal to CD equal to DA. That is, ABCD is a rhombus. ABCD is a rhombus. Clear? Question number 12 is, a triangle ABC is drawn to circumscribe a circle of radius 4 cm such that the segments BD and DC, into which BC is divided by the point of contact D, are of lengths 8 cm and 6 cm respectively. You have to find out the sides AB and AC. So figure is given in which ABC triangle is there and a circle is inside the triangle. That is, the triangle is circumscribing the circle with center O, and the radius of the circle is given to be 4. So this is 4. Now what they have given us, BD and DC has been divided into, BC is divided into with the point D, point of contact, as 8 cm and 6 cm respectively. That is given in the question. So what we are doing is, in order to find out this length and this length, first we will apply whatever we know from the theorem. Since this length is 6 and C is an external point to the circle and CD and CF are both tangents, this will be same as this. So here 6 cm means CF is also 6 cm. Again, this is given to be 8. B is also external point to the circle, and from B you have two tangents, BD and BE. So here 8 cm means BE also 8 cm. Now again, from the theorem we can say that A is the external point, and from A you have two tangents to the circle, AF and AE, and the length of those will be equal. So we are just taking these two to be x centimeters, which we don't know and we need to get it. Okay, because in order to find out what is AB and AC, we need this length. This we already know, 6, and here it is 8. So if we get the value of x, we will get AB and AC also. Okay, so let's start. What is given? We are taking AF is equal to AE is equal to x centimeters, and the given thing is BD is equal to 8 centimeter and CD is equal to 6 centimeter. And from this, since BD is 8 centimeter, we will get that BE is equal to 8 centimeter and CD is equal to 6 centimeter will give you CF is equal to 6 centimeter. They are the lengths of the tangents from the same point. Okay, so these two we got. Now we will just see what will be AB, BC and AC with respect to what we have written here. Okay, therefore AB, length AB will be, this is taken as X, AF is X, so AB is, okay, AB is AE plus EB, that is X plus 8 centimeters, right? Let it be small a. Now BC will be what? BC is already known to us, that is 8 plus 6, which is 14 centimeter, and take it as B. And AC is equal to again X plus 6 centimeters, which is equal to, we will take it as C. Okay, so why we have taken small ABC is we will use the concept of area to find out what is X. Area in two ways. So first way is taking the or knowing the sides. If you know all the three sides of the triangle, you can use Heron's formula to find out the area. So we are using Heron's formula. What is Heron's formula? Root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. So first you need to find out what is S. S is the semi-perimeter, which is equal to A plus B plus C by 2. Right? So now we will just add these three things, that is A, X plus 8 plus 14 plus X plus 6 divided by 2. Here you will get 2X, X plus X, 2X, and here it is 14 plus 14, 28. So this is your 2X plus 28 by 2, or taking 2 common, you will get X plus 14 as the semi-perimeter S. Okay, now we are finding out what is the area of the triangle by using Heron's formula. So by Heron's formula, area of triangle ABC is equal to root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. So this is S. We are just replacing the value. What you will get? S is X plus 14 into S minus A will give you X plus 14 minus what is A? X plus 8. So you will get minus X minus 8. Then S minus B is X plus 14 minus 14 into S minus C, that is X plus 14 minus C is X plus 6. So you will get minus X minus 6. Okay, this will give you root of X plus 14 into, here what you will get, X and get cancels, and 14 minus 8 will give you, how much you will get? Okay, 6. Then you will get, here 14 get cancelled, you will get X, and here again X get cancelled, here you will get 8. 6 into X into 8. Right? So that this is equal to root of 48 X into X plus 14. So this is your, if this is centimeter, this centimeter squares. So this is your area using Heron's formula. Now we will find out again the area with another method, that is half BH method, breaking this triangle into 3 parts, okay, and adding the 3 triangles. Why we are doing? Because we need to get an equation containing X. So one side we have got, another side again we can equate with the same thing. So if the left hand side, that is both are area, then we can equate the RHS also in order to find out X. Okay. So what all we got? Area of triangle ABC like this, that is root of 48X into X plus 14 centimeter square, and AB we have already taken as X plus 8 and AC is X plus 6. Let it be there. Now we will start the finding out the area in terms of some other concept, that is half BH concept. That means we are breaking this total triangle ABC into 3 parts, 3 triangles, where you are taking this as height, that is 4 centimeter will be same where here OF, then OD and OE. That means where they are perpendicular, or you can take as altitude, those triangles we are considering. That means we will first consider AOC, one triangle where this will act as altitude and this is the base. Okay, we are including X. Plus we are taking the next triangle as OCB. First is AOC, next is COB, and third is BOA. And adding all these three triangles will give you the area of the required triangle ABC. Okay, so we are writing area of AOC plus area of COB plus area of BOA. Now what is area of AOC? AOC is this one, this is altitude and this is the base. So you will have half into base into altitude. Base is AC. AC can be written as X plus 6 into altitude is 4 plus half into again BH. For this we'll have this one as altitude and this as the side, and this is 14, 8 plus 6 which is 14. So half into 14 into altitude again 4 plus again half into this triangle's altitude is 4 and the base is X plus 8, half into B into H. So that you will get here half into 4 is common in all the things. So I'm just taking it out. Half into 4 is actually 2. So 2 is common. Remaining we will see. Here you have X plus 6. Here you have 14. Here it is X plus 8. Right? So that you are getting 2 into 2X plus 14 plus 14 which is 28. Again you can take out 2 in common so that it becomes 4 into X plus 14. So this is the area while using half BH concept. Already we have got area, so we are just comparing. Since this is first equation, this is second equation, both are areas, and from 1 and 2 you will get root of 48x into x plus 14 is equal to 4 into x plus 14. Now we will remove this root by taking the square on both sides. Okay, taking square on both sides or squaring both sides. What you will get? 48x into x plus 14. That is left hand side's root will go and right hand side will be whole square. So that whole square will give you 4 into x plus 14. The whole square will give you 16 into x plus 14 the whole square. 48x into x plus 14 is equal to 16 into x plus 14 the whole square. Now I can just cancel like this. That is, this will give you 3 here, and here 1x plus 14 and x plus 14 will get cancelled. You are getting here 3x, and here the remaining thing is x plus 14. So that x term collect, you will get 3x minus x, which is 2x equal to 14, or this will give you x is equal to 7. What is x taken as? That means in your AB and AC you have to replace the value of x so that you will get the sides AB and AC. Therefore AB is equal to x plus 8 is equal to 7 plus 8, which is 15 centimeter, and AC is x plus 6, which is 7 plus 6, 13 centimeters. Clear? Next is question number 13. Prove that the opposite sides of a quadrilateral circumscribing a circle subtend supplementary angles at the center of the circle. What is the meaning? You are taking a quadrilateral, inside that you have a circle, and you have to show that the opposite sides of the quadrilateral, suppose you are taking this side and this side as the opposite sides, so you have to show that the opposite sides are forming an angle supplementary at the center. That means this is the one opposite side, so it is forming an angle, that is AOB, and the opposite side is DC, which will have the angle as DOC. So the addition of these two, that means angle AOB plus angle DOC should be 180 degree. That is what you need to prove. Okay, so let us start with, let ABCD be a quadrilateral with PQRS as the points of contact with the circle with center O. Okay, now we have taken these angles as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H in order for the ease of calculation or for writing. Okay, so for what we need to prove is, we need to prove that angle AOB plus angle DOC is equal to 180 degree. This is the meaning of the question, what you need to prove. Now we'll start proving. For that, what we are doing is, since A is an external point for the circle, you can say that these two triangles will be congruent to each other. That means you can say that angle A will be equal to angle B, right? So we have angle A is equal to angle B. Similarly, D is an external point to the circle, so you can say that angle C is equal to angle D because these two triangles are congruent. So angle C is equal to angle D. Again, same case arises for this. C is an external point, so these two will be congruent. So angle E is equal to angle F, and B is external point, so these two triangles are congruent. That means angle G is equal to angle H. So you got four concepts. What we are doing now is, we know that addition of all these, that means angle around us, around the center of the circle, or in a circle you have total angle as 360 degrees. So what you have to write is angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D plus angle FE plus angle F plus angle G plus angle H will be giving you 360. Sum of all these will give you 360. Okay. Now we are just replacing. Now how we need to replace is, what we need, this angle, angle AOB. So we will just keep these two. That means angle A will be as such. Angle H we will not change. Then we need D and E, which is your DOC. Okay, D and E. So that we will replace these 1, 2, 3, 4 angles in terms of the other one. That means angle A and angle B are equal, means we are just changing angle B as angle A. Now what is angle C? It is same as angle D, and we need angle D, so we are just changing angle C as angle D, and then angle D again, and again angle E, you know, you need it, so angle E is written like that. Angle F is also replaced with angle E. Again angle G is replaced with angle H written as such. That is equal to 360. So here you can just see 2 times of A, 2 times of D, 2 times of E, and 2 times of H is coming. So that 2 can be taken out, and this will become 2 times of angle A plus angle D plus angle E plus angle H is equal to 360 degree. So that angle A plus angle D plus angle E plus angle H is equal to 360 by 2, which is 180 degrees, right? Now what is angle A plus angle D? We will just see here which two we have to match. Angle A plus angle H should be brought in order to get this result, right? So angle A plus angle H will be written together, put it inside a bracket. Remaining is your angle D plus angle E, again put inside the bracket. Now we will replace angle A plus angle H as angle AOB. That is angle AOB plus angle DOC is equal to 180 degree, and this is what you need to prove. This is clear?